All right. I guess I'll be bailiff. All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Honor is in court. Whatever. All the...
Y'all may be seated.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. All right, boys. Let's just get right into it. Okay. So let's start with the first half. For most of the first half, the Cowboys' offense was too conservative. It took too long to get it going. Fortunately, so was Matt LaFleur, who opted to punt twice around the 50, which gave the Cowboys a fighting chance. Defense, what say you?
What, was there an argument there?
Just a declarative statement, like all previous proceedings in this courtroom.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. We were ultra concerned. We started the game with 3 straight runs. It wasn't until we got the passing game more involved that we started moving down the field. So there's no argument here.
I guess my thing would be, Rudy, I guess the argument I'm making here is that the Cowboys were quote unquote lucky that Matt LaFleur didn't try to, go for the throat, go for the jugular in the first, I guess, like 6 possessions between each other. So the Green Bay Packers' first 3 possessions, because they punted twice within the 50. And I think the Cowboys were a little bit fortunate for that. What do you think about that?
Well, I would say that they were more held back by Jordan Love. I don't think it was the I think they got more conservative towards the end of the game than the beginning, if I'm being honest. They were pretty aggressive getting into Romeo Doubs on a 3rd and 9, I think it was, over Bland, of course, touchdown to Doubs. So they were feeding him. There was, screens to Tucker Kraft that they stopped doing. So, no, I don't think it was an issue of aggressiveness there. I think that Jordan Love was just a bobblehead.
Okay, for both sides, though, wouldn't you argue that maybe that's more so Matt LaFleur's MO? So how's that lucky if the man showing his habits yet again?
So the way I would respond to that is I wouldn't think that was his MO. I didn't think he was conservative like that. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't been watching enough Green Bay games. But I always thought of LaFleur as forward-thinking and kind of progressive as a head coach in returns of he goes for it and, takes points when he can, or goes for 2, blah, 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 all that stuff. So, no, I think that was out of character, but maybe my estimation of this man is wrong.
I think that has more to do with the perception of when there's a young coach. But I honestly think he's always been a little more likely to run than most people think. So I didn't think it was out of the ordinary to start the game.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm alone in that, and I am outvoted. So, I guess the Cowboys weren't lucky. They made plays. Okay, let's see. Towards the end of the half, let's go there. The Cowboys and the building came to life off the plays of some non-starters. Juan Thomas, Maris Leofau on special teams, and James Houston. And perhaps because of this, we should give Schottenheimer credit with how he's handling personnel and kept these guys focused and hungry.
Yeah, I think he's done a really good job of not guaranteeing positions to starters who don't deserve it. There's absolutely been a good amount of rotation, whether that be, is it Shamar James, the linebacker coming in for Sanborn? You mentioned Wanye. Yeah. And we have the rotation on the defensive line. Yeah, no, I would say that's good on Shotty.
Yeah, I mean, I still wish that he'll have a shorter leash for others, not due to injury. But we'll see as the year progresses. But, yeah, I mean, we saw it during the game or beginning of the game when Diggs is benched because of, the incident giving up the touchdown early on in the Bears game. So, I mean, honestly, I'm with Rudy on that. I'll concede.
He agrees with me.
Oh, that all 3 of us agree?
I just delivered it
that's
better.
Fine, yeah. Shotty actually is, not just doing coach speak and talking about, refined players that will do the job, blah, 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 blah. Or, like, if you're not going to do the job, you won't play, blah, 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 blah. He's actually following through. And, I mean, we saw it, too, on the offensive line. Both Guyton and Steele got rotated throughout this game when they maybe struggled. and they put in Nate Thomas. So, and that's another player that could potentially crack the starting lineup within these next couple of weeks. So, definitely something to monitor as Shadi is actually keeping his word, so to speak.
Okay, so at halftime, the Cowboys had a surprising 16-13 lead, thanks to another one of Schottenheimer's strength, which is his offense's ability to cash in on the red zone. And I guess the context here would be if we consider our former regime and head of state for the Cowboys, well, head coach, but head of state's the gambler. But I guess what I'm saying is context is compared to where we were a couple years ago and the year before that, it's nice to see that Schottenheimer can cash in. I think it's a strength of his defense.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree. That touchdown to Pickens, that post right there that they ran, they went straight at the end zone. There was no dilly-dallying around. So, no, I think we had talked about Shadi's aggressiveness in the past, and you definitely saw it towards the end of the half right there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like throughout what has been 4 games, I feel like we've seen this man follow through to all that tough talk in the offseason.
Bro, yeah, because we used to be terrified of short yardage situations or goal line situations.
Well, I will say at the end of the game or in OT, how about we
Well, we can't be perfect. We're 8 for 10.
Yeah, understandable, but hey, how about let Javonte touch the ball every now and then? Just because
at least more than once in that goal to go situation,
especially from the 4.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Moving on to the second half. In the second half, Dak and George Pickens not only ran the show, but answered the biggest questions going into week 4, such as can Dak keep cooking with an elite defense across from him? And can George Pickens be number 1 wide receiver and pick up the slack while CeeDee Lamb is out?
Repeat your assertion.
The assertion is that Dak and George Pickens answered the biggest questions going into week 4, which is can Dak perform well against a top-tier defense? And can George Pickens be a number 1 wide receiver and take CeeDee Lamb's injury or lack of playing time?
So I think George Pickens obviously had a great game, but I think the offense that we ran, we were running the ball consistently and well. We were including Ryan Flournoy into the offense with an end around. We were hitting him on dump offs. Of course, Ferg was involved. Turpin was involved, and Tolbert were involved. So I think Dak was pristine. And obviously, Pickens had the numbers and the broken tackles and touchdowns, but I think it had more to do with your varied offense, that it wasn't just on one receiver to get the job done.
Well, Rudy, what's your statement in regards to the Dak thing? You danced around it.
No, I said Dak was pristine. He was perfect. I just didn't agree that it was all on one wide receiver. I think that we spread the ball around.
I didn't say it was all on one receiver. I just said that George Pickens, with CeeDee Lamb being out, there was a lot of hey, we're going to be relying on George Pickens this week. And I think he answered the bell. That was my second statement.
Okay. All right. Got you. Yeah. No,
obviously he definitely
he
got most of the targets compared to, even though Flournoy, Turpin, and Tolbert got involved. But, George Pickens was the main man, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I don't know. I want to say that if it was only on Pickens, you would have seen more doubles on him. But the fact that we were going in so many directions with Turpin, with Flournoy, with Tolbert, it made it impossible for Green Bay just to key in on one receiver. But if the sentence is if the statement is just Pickens was what was it, number 1 for this week, I would agree with that. That's fair.
I think you're still confused, Justin. But
I'm gonna have to give it to you, Ian, because I know Tolbert made the big play in OT, and I know he converted the 3rd down. But outside of that, what else did the dude do?
Another nice catch, I think.
Turpin? I like Turpin.
Guys, we're overthinking this. Going into this week,
relying on the offense? I say you're completely right. Both statements are correct that, yes, while CD is out, George Pickens is clearly wide receiver number one. And the way Dak is playing right now, I mean, even in the Chicago game, I know everybody going to look at the 2 interceptions and say, bad game by Dak. But I think that man's been in the groove ever since you added another weapon to the team. So, I mean, just seeing them actually get that chemistry down tenfold against Green Bay, I think you're going to be dare I say it, looking at a MVP talk.
True.
I think you should dare to say that. Yeah, that's fair. I guess I was overthinking it with the ball being spread around to others. But yeah, Pickens definitely stepped up and looked like a clear number one.
Well, Rudy, I won't be too harsh on you because that is kind of my next point, which is another Schottenheimer's strength is his relationship with his quarterback and how they can perform well with a lot of different personnel on the fields, including the O-line, which Justin kind of already alluded to earlier in this segment, and the wide receiver core, which Rudy brought up, which was Tolbert, Turpin, and Flo, all getting involved and all making plays. And even Ferguson, even Ferguson caught a touchdown pass. So, yeah, I guess, Rudy, my statement is that Schottenheimer's strength, another strength of his, is as we watch him in his 4th week as a head coach, is that he can get this offense clicking with no matter who's out there, as long as he's got QB1 on the field with him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I completely agree with that. Even and with QB1 on the field too, when he's making audibles, he's a very cerebral QB as well. I think the combination of the two is, I mean, you saw it on Sunday. It was almost perfect. So, yeah, no, I think Shotty's looked really, really good with whoever the personnel is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been the call. I know there's not been a lot of disagreement in the court today, but I mean, like I said, I think that's obviously been his calling card these last couple of weeks is accountability. And I feel like the offense, which he's technically the coordinator of, has more than lived up to the fold. And I know the McCarthy PR got really sour the last couple of years, or the last year perhaps. And I mean, I know this pod sings the praise of McCarthy just because of the 3-12 wins. I mean, come on, guys, let's give him a little bit of credit. But I think it's been more dynamic. Dare I say it's been more dynamic than even Kellen Moore had the offense back in the day.
100%. 100%. I know we all have short memories because of the next segment, Puff Pass. No, yeah, I think by far this offense is a lot more potent. Okay, so I have 2 more statements to get to, but I think after last week we had the gag order lifted. So, Rudy, the floor is yours to talk about the Dallas defense since you caped for it so hard last week. The only thing I'll have to say is I think Diggs is unfairly criticized. But, Rudy, the floor is yours.
Well, I mean, we want to start with Diggs. I thought his tackling was stupendous, especially late in the game.
Stupendous.
Dude, he made some big plays. He really did.
I jumped the gun.
They're gonna highlight the one play,
the touchdown,
pretty much
turned around
in the end zone. They're like, he didn't put a pad on him. I'm like, how much you get mad at some of the other players?
Brother, yeah, Jacobs was untouched the entire way, and sure, if you want to get mad at Diggs for that, fine. But Diggs on the screenplay to Golden, where he's there basically the second the ball is, was really good. On the other side, I think it was Wilson who he tackled, got him on the knee, but
actually Jacobs.
It was Jacobs? Yeah. I thought that was really good. Reddy Stewart was tackling too, if we want to stick with DBs. But I thought Donovan Izaraku really impressed this last game, especially in the run game. We had mentioned Shamar James earlier. I think that's a big help because Sanborn's slow as shit. And so bringing in someone who, even though he missed a play, but I thought that was an improvement as well. Where would you like to go? DBs, linebackers, D-line, but there were things to talk about at each level, I think.
Well, I don't have anything except for what I've been saying, which was just give it time till November, and I think they can probably find a way. Although the more evidence I get, the less confident I am with this personnel that they will find a way. But I mean, they kind of cleaned up the communication. It still wasn't enough to stop the bleeding. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
I still wasn't very
still
happy at all.
laissez-faire.
No, I mean, look,
it seems like some of these players just don't know the plays. I'm like,
Or just not good enough. Like Sanborn knows the plays, he knows where to be, but
he's just too
slow.
slow.
Dude, you can't put Maris in there because he's missing a tackle on a what is that 2nd and long that makes it 3rd and short, and then next play gets a personal foul penalty. Like, I don't know. I think that you're just kind of hoping and praying that Overshown heals quickly.
I also think too. Diggs is close to getting back to where he was. I mean, that interception that could have been, and on that tackle on Golden on the screen where he read it so perfectly, he almost got there quickly. Like, we're the close. We just need to start forcing turnovers. I mean, Houston changed the game with the turnovers. So the defense is close. They just need to make maybe a couple splash plays a game. Maybe we might have something, but I mean, yeah, they gave up 40 points. So I don't know. I guess I'm still.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I'm not necessarily like complimenting them, but they were so atrocious the last few weeks that I honestly think they improved. Every time they got any pressure on Love, he just threw it away. He couldn't handle any pressure, and we weren't getting near Caleb Williams. I think we actually, whether it was a 5-man blitz or just the 4-man front, we're getting closer to sacking the quarterback, or at least, making him flush out of the pocket. So, no, I'm not going to pretend like this defense is suddenly good, but I'm going to point out when they're, fixing some flaws. And again, it's hard when they allow 40 points to defend them. But, again, the floor was very low. So, yeah, just pointing out some adjustments made.
I mean, they had 1 sack, and the run defense, which we've kind of been hyped up, I guess the last 3 weeks, was kind of so.
It was bad late.
All right. Yeah, let's move on. Okay. Okay. So as the game neared the end, I felt okay. Actually, I want to talk about Green Bay kind of a little bit, just because I want to always talk about our opponents each week. And I guess the way I feel about Green Bay, going into the game, I thought they were a Super Bowl contender, but I feel less confident about them after this game. And I kind of thought they were a really good opponent, but everything about them has me like not feeling confident about them. And I'm wondering how good they are as an opponent, because their defense got carved up, and Matt LaFleur, I think, came out lesser after that game, as I already mentioned at the beginning of the segment. And I guess the only positive they could take away is maybe a Green Bay fan could take away is Jordan Love. And maybe they can also rest on, they have a lot of injuries. But, man, I'm just really shocked by their performance. And, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about their opponents.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the length of, their offensive line injuries, but it hurt them last week against the Browns, and they lost to them, and they go ahead and tie us. I don't think it's looking good for Green Bay at the moment, for sure. Again, I don't know the extent of those injuries or when they're expecting players back, but I think that definitely hurt them for sure.
So let me rephrase it like this too. I kind of thought they were a Super Bowl contender. I thought they were the second best team in the NFC, next to on par with the Eagles. What say you, Justin? I've seen your reaction. I guess I'll go to you.
No,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not. They still got a Jordan Love problem. I know he played well today or Sunday.
I think, yeah.
But come on now, that dude almost blew the game with a decision when they could have easily just cut their losses and gone on for the tie. They just lucky the clock operator actually played it to close to the vest. Because that man, and especially on the fumble too, I feel like that man just be an airhead every now and then and just loses his mind. So until that man can prove that he can play clean football, ain't no contender in that team.
Dude, I'm telling you, Jordan Love was seeing ghosts the whole game, and on top, I know he accumulated good numbers. they were only on like quick like where he didn't have to read a defense. It's just like, all right, I know this where I have to put the ball Romeo Diggs higher than Bland or Elam, whatever. But like if it came to him reading a defense or if there was an ounce of pressure, he was useless. Like I know he got the numbers, but I don't think he had a good game at all. So yeah, no, I don't think that's a really good contender. I will say the Cowboys offense it's a thing of beauty at the moment. So allowing 40 points, I don't think that'll happen anywhere near every week. I think that is more to do with us. But yeah, offensively, that's a struggle in and of itself.
Justin, what do you think about Green Bay's defense? I kind of agree with Rudy on that. I think it was more of us forcing the issue. And
I mean, the data would tell you that who did they embarrass besides the Lions? The other team that wasn't Cleveland.
Washington.
Yeah, the Commanders.
Washington.
Yeah, so that's another supposed vaunted offense, and they put
you don't even
Rams
believe
on
in
both
that
of
team.
those. You said what?
You don't believe in the Commanders.
I don't, but public perception would have you believe that Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, the corpse of Deebo Samuel. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, I don't know. Let's accumulate more data as the season goes along, and you can revisit that question because we saw a lot of nasty warts from that defense. And I mean, I feel like the Cowboys were able to really punch them in the mouth, especially on the run game. I mean, I feel like that's on that 95-yard drive. That's kind of where the tides turn was, them being able to mix it up, both run and pass, and control the clock in a way. Because I don't know, I don't really remember when they got that ball off that punt, but I feel like they just wasted a lot of time just eating up the clock.
You're talking about overtime?
No, I'm talking about the first touchdown drive
okay.
right before the half. Not the one that after the fumble, but the one where the punt was at the 5-yard line or whatever. But I mean, we kind of saw a lot of that in Dallas when it came to the Micah. I hate to say it, but I know everybody wants to talk about the PFF grade and this, that, and the other. But I mean, we kind of saw it, case in point of how to neutralize the man that we saw on the other end of the spectrum all the last 4 years. I feel like the Cowboys felt very comfortable running the ball at him. And maybe that's going to be a problem that other opponents may look at of, oh, look, they stayed committed to the run, and you saw what happened. Because if I remember correctly, in the Lions game, Goff was just, turning the ball over at will. They kind of maybe mar some of this, the whole.
He was feeling the pressure. Goff was. I think the Cowboys had a lot better.
He had one pick that game, but I mean, the Lions didn't run the ball at all against that. Well, they tried, but they didn't get anywhere with it. They ran for 49 yards in that game. So they were extremely one-dimensional against the pack. Also, wasn't Rashawn Gary leading the league? And I forget if it was like pressures or sacks.
Pressures and sacks, I think.
And he did nothing this game. Like, don't get me wrong, there were times where Dak had to get it out of his hands quickly, but at the end of the day, Dak was tremendous against the pressure, so it didn't phase him. So yeah, I think both threats from the Packers D-line were neutralized well enough,
All right, let's put a bow on this. I talked a lot about Shotty's strengths on my points I made. And so even though the game ended in a tie and Schottenheimer's still looking for his first signature win, I came away saying that dude's a good coach. And that was a big question mark going into this season. And I think this game kind of shows it because, again, looking at his predecessor, there was a lot of times when Mike McCarthy would go into a game and like, dang, there's no way the Cowboys are going to win because, Dak's hurt or, whatever the circumstance was. And dude would pull out a W, and Mike McCarthy's calling card during those games was complimentary football. And so I kind of feel like while Schottenheimer isn't really complimentary football, since the other side of the football team is absolute garbage, maybe his strength is just unstoppable offense. But I did not expect a we all took the Green Bay to cover. So a very unexpected, play and performance by the Cowboys, and I think Schottenheimer deserves a lot of praise for that. I think he's a good coach.
Yeah, I think, you're pretty hampered by your roster. We've talked about, on the defensive side, we've talked about that before, but one thing that always killed me about Mike McCarthy was an inability to adjust mid-game, and I think we've seen Shoddy do it almost every game. And so I think he gives you a shot in games you should not win or should not compete in, or at least the ones we assume you shouldn't. And we saw that on Sunday. Like you said, we all took the Packers minus, was it 7 or something like that? And honestly felt comfortable doing that. So, no, I think Shoddy he's really shown up, and it definitely showed Sunday.
Fully agree with what Rudy had to say. But before this court close, can I put an injunction on all Micah Parsons talk for the rest of the season?
Sir, you may, but I also must say, throw the flag on you. I don't know what other court term there I can use to do that, but you're the one who started talking about him in the first place, Your Honor. So
I understand, but I just mean as a general whole. I'm asking the collective city media fans.
Oh, you're asking for too much.
Well, our district is very small, Justin, so I don't know if we can actually make that happen in Dallas-Fort Worth. But
let my courtroom know, or let it be known coming out of my courtroom, no need to talk about Mr. Parsons any longer. That we already played the game. The man did, look, I know there's a bunch of narratives going out there on the internet, but let's be honest, from the naked eye, the man was a non-factor. And his defense gave up 40. So I'm not trying to hear nothing about the man anymore for the rest of the season, just because that's dead and gone. That's not happening anymore. He had his opportunity to shut up all that talk, and he didn't. So no more Michael Parsons talk, in my opinion, for the rest of the season. Let the divorce be. We've already paid out the payments, whatever that may be. We've already negotiated custody. It is what it is. It's over.
Fair enough.
I don't know if your court has that reach, but yeah, that's fine.
Whoa, what was the reach, Rudy?
Here.
No, I'm saying I don't think your court has that reach to where Dallas media is.
I got you.
All right, let's bring this to a close.
For everybody else.
Let's bring this to a close. Clearly, the prosecutor knocked it out of the ballpark with this case and this game. But also, Your Honor, I'm surprised you didn't get on a stump to also talk about the overtime rules. I thought for sure we were going to get
another. NFL and their rule book it's not even a fight worth fighting no more. They're just going to do whatever the fuck they want.
I thought for sure we were going to lambast a certain AFC team that cried for too long.
Oh, Buffalo? Man.
I'm not naming names, but ding, ding, ding.
Look, that's a fight that I'm not willing to fight tonight, but another time for sure.
Here, sir. All right, prosecution rests. Defense loses. Let's move on. Let's get out of the courtroom and hop in that circle. All right, fellas. Gather around. Take your spot. Rudy is puff, puff, pass, not puff, 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 pass. Just kidding. All right, so I got something for y'all. Puff or pass, who would have thought Jackson Dart would have got a signature win before Coach Schottenheimer? Oof, disgusting. But it is what it is. Puff
and pass. Such a weak comparison, too. There's no way I would have expected that, but...
The man that barely cracked 100 yards, that's a signature win. Okay.
Herbert was kind of garbons.
Beating LA. Okay, but we can get into this. I think the time differential for a noon game for an LA team is going under the radar a lot for that game. But that's
remember they already have Slater out for a year, and Joel Alt died in the beginning of the game.
You got to find a new synonym.
Well, MetLife almost took his life. It took Neighbors' life too, but let's be honest. It's not like this is the same Chargers team that we've been seeing the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a garbage game all around, honestly. I'm not giving all that credit to Jackson Dart.
Fair enough. I'll put that shit away.
Hey, kudos. I'll give credit to Dayball. Saved his job, I guess. I mean, congrats to that man. He got a nice little win. So I'll give all credit to Dayball. I don't give none to Jackson Dart. That's for sure. Yeah, and you were like one of those talking about one of those young fans. He said he did a nice little dance in the end zone. So
yeah.
You got some swag.
This roll up I had is a little clickbaity, I'll admit. And I guess I'll give the Giants defense more credit too. I don't know. That was when I saw that result, I was pretty shocked. And I don't know. That's all I could say about it. I was shocked. I tell you.
I mean, that's fair, but definitely not on one man. I can toss something out there for y'all. Obviously, there was a divisional game on Thursday. Let's look into that division. The Seahawks will come out on top of the Niners, the Rams, and, of course, the Cardinals. At the end of the year, they will win that division. Buffer pass.
I'm passing.
Yeah, I think I'm passing too.
Who, y'all going Rams?
Yeah, I'll go Rams. Unless Stafford dies. Oh, I'm sorry. Unless Stafford gets knocked out.
Perishes.
And I know people want to throw dirt on the Niners because of that loss, but they're still 3-1. So
they haven't played nobody.
Those games
I
stink.
know. They get the feast on a nice easy schedule this year.
Oh, that's true.
So
I forgot about that.
If Brock Purdy and the rest of the team can find health, which asking a lot of the 49ers, I still think they'll be in the mix. And then obviously the Rams, so to speak.
All right, the running back going to stay healthy all year?
I'd rather put my money on him rather than maybe Saquon. Saquon.
Well, Saquon's not in the discussion, but I think they'll both lose a leg.
Same coin.
The injured coin, neither are going to see the end of the season.
Maybe. But
I would like to take a puff of that.
Y'all both pass on that one?
Yeah, I would like to take a puff, but I just I think I'll have to pass. And interesting enough, I'm looking at our standings predictions right here. None of us have the Seahawks in the playoffs whatsoever.
Where are they?
Honestly,
3-1?
They are.
That's what I thought. We'll see. Let's let it play out. It's only been a quarter of the season.
Sure, fair enough.
I mean, change since the NFL is criminal. But
3 quarters of that division are 3-1 as well. So I mean, it is tight. But I couldn't pick something too obvious.
Nah, it would all work its way out at the end of the day. It'll be all right. But
we'll
I can say for a definite fact, and I hope all of y'all are smoking this too. The Ravens are absolutely cooked. No Lamar. Obviously, the annual Chiefs letdown per usual, and
the loss of Matabike. I think that's a pretty big one too.
The defense, the horrific defense, just gets worse.
Yeah, I mean he missed that Lions game and they gashed him up the gut like 1,000 times. David Montgomery was just having fun out there. So how far does this pick go with Baltimore, Justin?
They're done. They're not making it done.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass. Kind of similar to my reasoning on Rudy's thing earlier. We gotta wait and let the season play out because obviously he's got the best backup quarterback behind him, which is Cooper Rush. But no, I think they played a murderer's row of the schedule to start, and I think it gets a lot easier after that. So, I'll have to pass, Justin. I gotta wait and see.
What if I rephrase it as, well, once again, you proved that when it push came to shove against KC, y'all do y'all's typical MO and fold.
Yeah, I'll take a bit of that.
Who's to say that's not going to happen again if they magically make the playoffs?
Well, now we're talking about two.
Well,
totally
but making
different.
the playoffs wouldn't be it's over. That
there's
would go
two different
against what you're-
strains.
But it is over.
There's two different strains
Because-
that you're throwing at me now.
Well,
so
you're
I don't-
saying it's over, but they still make the playoffs?
No. I'm saying it's over because it's twofold. It's over twofold. Okay, it's over because number one, I don't think they make the playoffs. But let's just say that they do. They do make the playoffs. We just saw again what's going to happen again.
I see
They're
what you're
going
saying.
to fold the KC. And, this is probably the weakest KC has ever been in this whole little Lamar tenure when they just let them do whatever they want. And, KC looked like a potent offense when they haven't done anything at all for the last, let's just go all the way back to last year, too. Nothing. So I'm not trying to, I'm done with the Ravens, quite honestly.
Yeah, that defense is horrific. We just talked about the injuries as well, and that offense is loving to fumble the ball right now. So, big Veets on them. I'll puff on that, Justin.
Yeah, I guess I like the Titanic too much because I'm going down with the ship, fellas. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm going down with the Ravens, so I can't go there, Justin. I ain't done with them yet. But, I think we definitely might have hit the iceberg.
One more, since you're still here. Fast forward back to the noon, or rewind back to the noon slate. Tampa, Philadelphia. That Baker Mayfield pick is just indicative of who that guy is, and that no matter how much good PR he's gonna get, rightfully or wrongfully, that man always going to be the problem and always going to make the ill-advised play at the end of the game.
So I'm not sure what you're handing me here, what you're asking me to puff, but nevertheless, it's hating on Baker, so I'll take a puff of that.
And that's all you need to know.
That's all I need to know, what's inside of it. Yeah, I'll take a hit of that. It's not really against the players, just the media's narrative around that player is what annoys the crap out of me, to be honest. But yeah, I'll take a hit of that puff.
He has real Tony Romo vibes about him where, dude, they're not in that game without him, but they lose that game because of him. I don't know what to... They're truly not in that game without him. There was like that 3rd and 6 rush that he did where he fights for like 4 people, but that interception was horrendous.
I think you're being... really, really disrespectful to Mr. Romo. Antonio.
But I feel like I'm fighting those narratives all over again, where no one's trying to give him any credit around me.
Dude. What does Baker need credit for?
I want to know what these narratives you need to fight
They're
for.
not in that game with that. It was like 21-3 in the second quarter.
Yeah, why was that? Baker didn't do nothing, bro. He didn't even get to 100 before the half.
The defense couldn't stop a plastic bag from floating in the wind.
Baker can't.
That being said,
drive.
He sustained multiple drives in the second half. They got multiple touchdowns. I'm gonna pass on that for now. I'm passing on it.
God. All right. Last week, Rudy called the cops on the circle. I'm gonna have to call the cops on Rudy after that take because that man.
I'm the one passing on it. Y'all are the stoners calling the cops.
Yeah, you must be some undercover passing on that.
That ain't gonna go well for you.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
And we're back with everybody's favorite segment, the Pick'ems. Ian, it might not have been my best week, but let's hear it. How did we do?
Well, it was tight. Tight. But yes, Rudy, you are correct. You were ass last week. You had 7 correct points, and you missed your field goal. Although I was kind of right in step with you because I also had 7 points, but I got my field goal to go. I made it. So I ended up with 10 points. But Justin, you had you had 9 points, so I guess I did the best, but you technically did better. I don't know. This point system's confusing. Justin, you had
Wait,
9
More
points.
games correct, but no
I
field goal.
didn't win.
Yeah. You had more games correct, but no field goal. Thank you, Rudy. Back to
Oh
you.
my word! So I didn't win.
No, I guess not points wise. No.
Yeah,
How's
that's
the
pretty
Well,
season
you won in
tally
spirit.
fair enough. Fair enough.
How's the
was to
season
make the
tally
standings.
looking?
Oh yeah, the total. Rudy, you're still in first place with 38 points. Justin, you are in second with 34. You closed the gap, and I am still in third with 32. Back to you, sir.
All right. Well, let's not have a repeat of last week. I'll try to do a little better. We're going to start off with the Niners traveling to LA, taking on the Rams, where the Niners are given 6.5 points. However, I don't think that's enough. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, give me the Rams. No, probably no Purdy on this one.
All right. I guess I'll go with the consensus. Give me the Rams.
Of course, following the crowd. Justin, this game's at 8:30 in the morning. Where are we playing? Vikings and Browns.
I think this one's in London.
All right. Vikings do not want to come back to the States, it appears. Browns are given 3.5 points in London. But give me the Vikes.
Dare I say it? I'll gamble on. Well, Dylan Gabriel's making the start. Wentz is gonna be in an awful place with the Browns D. Give me the Browns.
All right. I'll go with the Vikings.
All right. Returning back to the States, we have the Dolphins traveling to Carolina, taking on the Panthers, where the Panthers will be given 1.5 points. Give me the Dolphins.
I too will go with the Fins.
Give me the Carolina Panther.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Cowboys traveling to New Jersey to take on the Jets. Spread on that one is Jets plus 2.5. Give me the Road Boys to get it done.
Give me the Cowboys.
Yep. Cowboys.
Clean sweep there. Moving on, we've got the Raiders traveling to Indy, taking on the Colts, where the Raiders will be given 6.5 points. Give me the Colts in that one.
Give me Indy.
Yep.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Broncos traveling to Philly, taking on the Eagles, where the spread in that one is Broncos plus 3.5. Go ahead and give me Philly in that one.
I too will take the cheesesteak.
Clean sweep. Because I'm going with the Eagles.
Ooh. A lot of follow the leader today. Moving on, we've got the Giants traveling to the Big Easy, taking on the Saints, where the Giants will be given 2 points. Give me the road Giants and young Jackson Dart.
Give me the G-Men as well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll take the Giants.
Why are the Giants dogs? Because it's on the road.
I suppose so.
Ugh.
Moving on. We've got the Texans traveling to Baltimore, taking on the Ravens, where Baltimore is given 1.5 points. I still feel like the Texans they're bobbleheads. Give me the Ravens.
Give me Houston.
Jeez Louise. I don't know what to take. I guess I will go with Baltimore.
All right. The 3 o'clock slate is amongst us. The Titans are traveling to Arizona, taking on the Cards, where the Titans will be given 7.5 points. I do not think that's enough. Give me the Cards.
Yeah, give me Arizona.
Yeah, give me the Cards.
All right. The Buccaneers will be traveling up to Washington to take on the Seahawks. The Bucks will be given 3 points in that one. Give me Seattle.
I'll trot my kicker here and take the Seahawks.
Um, yeah, I too will take the Seahawks.
All right. Moving on, we've got the Lions taking on the Bengals in the Battle of Big Cats. The Bengals will be given 10.5 points. However, I will roll with the Lions.
Yeah, give me the Lions.
Yep.
Clean sweep. The Commanders traveling to LA, taking on the Chargers, where the Commanders will be given 3 points. Give me the Chargers and no, I'm not trotting out the kicker again for them. Give me the Commanders. All right, sorry, Chargers, but not taking the field goal.
Okay.
I will take LA.
Yeah, me too.
All right. We've got the Patriots and the Bills in Buffalo. Spreading that one is Patriots plus 7.5. I'm going to roll with the Bills, though.
Give me the Pats to cover. Let's take a gamble.
Give me the Bills.
All right. And lastly, we've got the Chiefs traveling to Jacksonville, taking on the Jaguars, where at home, Jacksonville will be given 3.5 points. And I am going to take Jacksonville in that one.
Give me KC.
Yeah, I'll go with Casey.
All right. And I need to take a field goal. I'm a wild out a little bit on this one. Give me Jackson Dart and the G-Men to be my field goal kick of the week.
Interesting. Okay, I will take the Lions to cover the 10.5. That's my field goal.
That's a good choice. That was definitely another one I was looking at. Well, y'all followed me on most of these, so it should be tight.
Anything else?
Nah.
Let's get out of here.